Hey everyone, I am Michelle Yandel and I am a health and wellness coach, and I am going to share with you the long-awaited Bikkies that I've been teasing you with online. So these have what looks like a lot of ingredients, and I guess they do in some ways, but they're really easy to make. And what I love about them is that you can just throw them in your bag and take them with you, and you've got breakfast on the go. So as much as I encourage sitting down to eat, sometimes it just doesn't happen. So these can be something that you can take with you to work and have at work, or you can just have it on your way while you're sitting and waiting at an appointment or whatever it may be. So they're portable and they've got heaps of stuff in it that our body really loves. And so that's what I love about these Bikkies. They don't need to be breakfast. You can have them for snacks. Heck, you can have them for lunch, I don't care. They're ultimately just a really yummy, filling and good cookie. So, let's get started. Right, so all you need, just a couple bowls. You need your cookie tray, and we need to line our cookie tray with some baking paper. And preheat your oven to 180 degrees or 350 if you're in Canada or North America and you want to use that as well. So about 180 is fine for the cookies. All right, and now the first thing we need are some rolled oats. Just some quick cook oats are fine. And we are going to put in a cup. Now, this is half a cup, so I'll put 2 of those. We are going to put in some flour. I've got spelt flour. You can put in white flour, you can put in wholemeal flour, you can put in pretty much any flour. Gluten-free flour is fine too. I haven't tried almond meal. I think they would still work, but I'm really not sure. So I'll put in just a cup of that. Like so, I've got spelt that I just picked up at our Mediterranean shop, and that works for me. So that's what we're using today. All right, so a cup of spelt, and we are going to put half a cup of sunflower seeds. So like I said, these cookies or biscuits or whatever you want to call them, I'm Canadian, so they have lots of protein. So they should keep you full for a while. So I've got half a cup of sunflower seeds, and we're going to put half a cup of pumpkin seeds. Right, I'll put them all in there, why not? There we go. And then we are going to put some shredded coconut. One moment. And that's the beauty of doing these things somewhat live, eh? So shredded coconut, we are going to put in 1/4 of a cup. Let me just get my measuring cup here. Might as well do it properly. So 1/4 of a cup, and we are going to put in some chia seeds. So just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. These are a great way to add some omega oils and protein as well. So 1, 2. And then, I'm looking at my recipe down there. I don't have this memorized. I'm not that clever. And I'm going to put some cinnamon, just a teaspoon of cinnamon. Like so. And we're going to put some sugar. Now, your sugar taste buds could be different to my sugar taste buds, so you can put in as much or as little sugar as you like. I'm putting in 1/4 of a cup of this is just regular old raw sugar. Yes, you can use fancy sugars, coconut sugar, brown sugar, whatever sugar you want. I'm just using plain old inexpensive raw sugar. You could put white sugar. You could even put your sugar-free sugars if you want. So 1/4 of a cup to half a cup of sugar. I'm going to put in 1/4 of a cup. That's more than enough for me. And I am going to put in some sea salt. There we go. Just a teaspoon of sea salt to make it extra yummy. And this is the best part, some chocolate. Now you can put in chocolate chips if you want. What I've done is I've just chopped up some Whittaker's dark chocolate, 72%. So I really like chopping it up because you get a variety of different yummy bits. There we go. Chuck that in. So that is a cup. I know it's a lot, but it's yummy. All right, you with me? Okay, so a cup of that. Half a cup of raisins. You could put cranberries, you could put apricots, you can put really whatever you like. I'm putting raisins. And we've got all of our dry goods in the bowl. Stir that together just to mix them up. And now we're gonna do our wet ingredients. So just a little bit of water, not too much, just a couple tablespoons worth. These are also, that's about 2 tablespoons. These are also vegan or egg-free, if you're egg-free. So just keep that in mind as well, if that's something that is suitable for you. And we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of blackstrap molasses, which you can get from most supermarkets or bin-ins. Mediterranean shops might have them as well, or health food stores. And I'm just gonna put in 2 tablespoons of that. Now this gives it a beautiful rich flavor, these biscuits, so I highly recommend the molasses. So yes, you could put maple syrup in here too if you want, but I just love the flavor. And you know, you're getting your trace amount of minerals too, I guess, from that. Lots of calcium and a bit of iron in molasses. Okay, and then we're gonna put about 6 tablespoons of oil. Just gonna get this off my finger. Messy in this kitchen, I know. I'm gonna put about 6 tablespoons of oil. I'm using a cold pressed sunflower oil. You could use olive oil. You can use any kind of light tasting oil that you would like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is tedious, sorry, and 6. Ta-da! Just like that. And then we're gonna put a half a cup of milk. I'm using an almond and coconut milk. You can use regular milk, you can use whatever you like. But since we're making these dairy-free and egg-free, I'm gonna use some almond milk. That's it, we've got our wet ingredients and we've got our dry ingredients. Now all we need to do is mix the two together. So just stir your wet ingredients up. Just so it's somewhat incorporated. And then we'll add our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. There we go. And we don't want to over mix, like with most things when we're baking, we don't want to over mix this. We're just going to give it a bit of a stir. And if it looks like it's a bit too dry, you can add a bit more water, and that's fine, but it should be fine. There we go. Make sure it's all incorporated so you don't see any flour. And I can smell that molasses, it's really yummy. The French Acadians, where I'm from in Canada, just loved putting molasses in everything. So maybe there's a bit of that in me as well. All right, so we're just mixing it together till it's all incorporated. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. And there we go. Now we're going to take 1/3 of a cup, measuring, and we're gonna put 1/3 of a cup or so of mixture onto the baking sheet at a time. Now that may seem like a lot, but the idea is that this is quite a big snack or a breakfast, and so 1/4 of a cup is what we do. If you want smaller ones, you can definitely do smaller biscuits as well. So 1/3 of a cup, and just see, and we're gonna put a few of those on the baking tray. I'd probably put about 6 at a time, which again I know isn't very much, but 6 or so is fine. Press it down in there, put it on, and I'll show you what we do after that. We're almost done. And last scoop. There we go. So we've got 6 mega biscuits. And all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to push them down and onto my baking tray so that they're about that thick. You got that? About thick? So they're massive. They're massive biscuits. You can shape them if you want them to be a little bit more even. That's fine. Just push them down if you want. Make sure that all the chocolate bits are in the biscuits. That's it. So about 6 on your tray. And then we're going to pop them in the oven for just about 15 minutes. Not very long at all. 20 minutes at the most. And then we'll take them out after 20 minutes. But do keep an eye on them. We just want them to be, you know, fairly brown, but not overdone, obviously. And every oven's different, so it's hard to say. So 15 minutes, maybe 20, but just keep an eye on them if you can. All right, that's it. Any questions, just comment below. But otherwise, I hope you really enjoy the biscuits, and I'll put a picture of them, the finished product, shortly. All right, so enjoy. GoPro, stop recording.